Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I take new comic books and study the art inside of them. I'm not swiping. Here's the artist right here. Their name is Iban Coello, I think is their name. There's a new Venom movie coming out later this month, so why not? And yeah, that's the artist, and I'm going to show you, without further ado, my process and study. So appreciate it, guys. Leave a like if you enjoy this stuff. All right, guys, so without further ado, let's get into Venom War, part 3 of 5. There are some spoilers in this one, so let me go ahead and skip forward to the panel I'll be using. So when I draw this, right here is the one I'll be drawing. So let's get it. All right, so the very beginning of this drawing, I always start out with gesture. I was kind of all over the place in this one, but usually I start with a torso. So right here is doing a quick spear and marking out where the chest is and just the directions, that kind of thing. Right here, do some quick S lines. If you look at the reference on the top right, his legs, they don't just go in a straight direction. There's a slight curve to them. And now I'm doing his other leg here and doing the feet attached to him. I usually have a hard time doing feet, I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not just copying this person's artwork. I'm trying to see like where everything's at and like how I would draw it. I mean, obviously I'm gonna look at it as a reference, but this is to help me learn. So I don't think I did exactly the best job with the foot. I don't want to copy their feet line for line. And on this other leg that I'm doing, it almost looks like their foot is completely upside down on my drawing, and as a reference, it looks just tilted, if that makes sense. So I didn't exactly copy it, nor did I want to. I'm going off of the feeling of it. Right here, if you don't know what the part I'm drawing right now is, this is just the hand and the forearm, trying to get the spikes on his arm guard in the right place. And then, yeah, just working my way up to the head. I don't know why. I just always do the head last. Maybe because proportions, I usually make the head way too small. But yeah, and then my cat comes up. He's just chilling. I'm not going to lie. It makes it a little uncomfortable for me to draw, but I don't want to be mean to my cat. I mean, he just wants my attention, man. But I still got to stay focused. The camera's rolling. I ain't trying to kick him off either. There he is right there just looking up, knowing what he's doing. And yeah, man, just continuing on. These little straps around the leg are pretty helpful. Cross contour lines, basically like describing the form of the leg. So those are pretty helpful. It's like, I want to say a cheat code, but it's a really easy way to display to the viewer, like, hey, it's not just like a flat leg, like a stick figure. And then, yeah, over here, I'm just trying to redefine the foot. I definitely notice in the reference, like on the top right of the screen here, his leg is just, it's a side view. I'm like over here making it like I have a side view, and then the bottom of his leg is like upside down. So I kind of made it look funky, but it's okay. At least I know from looking at it now. And then, yeah, moving on to the hand. His hands in the reference photo are pretty good because they're like really coming towards the viewer. I still got a lot to learn, man. I'm trying to get the forms and like just make sure it's okay. So I definitely want to try that a little bit more next time. And yeah, aside from that, I mean, I'm just finishing like the eye placement again, kind of noticing the difference in the reference. I have it looking more straight ahead, where his is looking more to the side, which is fine. At least I'm noticing that. I'm not trying to be a perfectionist here. I'm just trying to, you know, draw it how I would draw it in a way. And yeah, I'm not much of a shader or anything like that either. I'm just blocking in kind of where the darker parts are, at least in my eyes, and the light areas, and then doing like the decal of the spider on the torso. But yeah, that's primarily it for the drawing portion. Moving on to the inks now. Got my Lamy Safari, or however you call it, and just, you know, doing some line work on that. Not really much to it on the line art of the inking. It's just going around. It's not tracing. It's kind of still drawing as well. One thing I'm trying to do more is line weight. So as the forms get closer to the viewer, I'm trying to darken those and make them thicker lines so you know they're coming towards you, or kind of like how the hands over the torso. I didn't want to make it too dark, but I wanted it to be like certain that the hand was like in front, if that makes sense. So yeah, it can be a little tricky, man. I'm not the best with that and light. I have like a lot of information in my head and not really the mileage. So that's kind of what this whole channel is about. That's kind of what this video is about, is just learning that, and even doing the commentary is helping me in that. So I doubt even much people are watching this right now, to be frank, but it's cool, man. If you're an artist out there and you like comics, this channel's for you. Or if you just like reading comics. All right, moving on to the forearm. There's definitely a lot of foreshortening right there. I had to be really careful not to darken like the further areas away, like the hand, too much. So I left that one alone for now. Then moving on to the belt. It can be a little tricky too, because you don't want to add too much focus to that hip area if it's not necessary. And in the reference photo, it's not. It's kind of one of the lighter areas of the picture. And then, yeah, moving on to the legs. I was debating adding music to this, but it's straight, you know. Just going to talk and yap. Notice, too, that man, what's so cool about gesture, like the very beginning of the video, is like the gesture lines I drew, those S curves, were literally like the stripes going down his leg. I thought that was so cool. I didn't even notice that until getting to this part of the drawing. So I don't know if the original artist intended for that, but it literally is a gesture line that, if you look, follows the gesture, but also the decal that runs from his chest all the way to his legs. And that's just part of his costume. So I thought that was badass, man. Definitely something I'm glad I did this study for, and I'm just kind of shading those areas in. I didn't want to go super hardcore with the shadows and the inks, just because, I mean, if I blink my eyes, I can see them, but I'm not much of an inker, to be frank, so I kind of just kept it to the line art for this video. And yeah, that's really it for the main inking of the drawing, just blocking in some more of the shadows and the leg guard and knee guards and the remaining part of that leg there. Again, you gotta pay attention to line weight. I feel like that area is definitely the closest to the viewer other than the hand, but it's also not that dark. There's a lot of light there, so it can be tricky, man. That's why I added more line weight to the calf and not as much to that knee guard on the right. But that's it for the inking portion, and I guess the whole drawing, man. I didn't really want to push it further than this, but if you watched all the way through, man, I really appreciate it. Definitely leave a comment. Let me know what you think, and if you have any suggestions for the channel. But that's it, guys. Appreciate it. Peace. All right, guys. So that was pretty much my artwork right here. I'll show it again. Not the craziest thing in the world, but that's Anti-Venom, Flash Thompson. I thought it was a pretty cool part of the comic. And yeah, just a basic inking. But yeah, if you guys like this type of stuff, leave a like, leave a comment for suggestions, and definitely let people know about this channel if you like the artwork side of comics. I'll do different videos of my own artwork as well, and I kind of want to do reviews. I might do like a quick summary of the comics I got. I got Spawn, and I got the other main title for Venom here too, so I might do a separate video on that. I just don't want to do a whole bunch of drawings on one video since I'm already a small channel. I might break it up into one. But yeah, that was basically it, guys. If you like this, check out the next one, and I'll see you then. Bye.